Hi, and welcome to the first installment of the Shardverse. I will be your GM tonight, and they call me David the Gnome sometimes. Other than that, tonight's episode will take place in the actual Shardverse, and we will be mostly just making mechs tonight, guys. We have a wide variety of players here, and they all have some interesting concepts going on. Um, so, Uh, because Roll20 doesn't have an official mech sheet that doesn't cost $30, we're doing this the hard way, and I've given everyone a paper that has their mech sheet. Let's see. Mech points per PC. Since everyone will be 20, or 20th level. Everyone is 20th level. Yeah, we
All
just
right.
decided
Game over.
Yay!
Yes.
We win.
uh, the the swarm has been repelled, and there are no swarm in the current multiverse as we know it. No, not quite.
Make new characters.
Yeah, I don't want to be Richard. For those of you that don't know, that was my original god. So I've decided I don't like this at all. Make new characters. We don't wanna. Fine, we go through the Tomb of Horrors till you die. So
What?
mech points per PC 30.
And because we're a combiner
Mech
mech,
here has
we
this
push
point.
them all together.
What?
I think it says that where it talks about combiner mechs is... Yes, no, that's transforming ones. Combining several
Are
mechs,
mechs
into an assembled mech.
are mechs in Tech Revolution?
Yes, they're in
Tech
Tech
Revolution.
Revolution. They
Page
start on
92.
page 92.
I did no research on mechs. Silly me.
If you decide that this fits your campaign, the individual component mechs and a singular mech to represent the assembled mech, which uses all of the party's mech points. The assembled mech should feature the weapons and systems of its component mechs, and its frame should be the same size category as the largest component mech.
Okay. Because Computer King was wanting to do his thing. It's the only bad part about him not being here. Because Computer has the most ideas. Mech statistics by tier. Level tier 2. Shield points 7. Hardness plus 1. Base attack 15. Or sorry, base AC 15. Base age plus 3. Base attack plus 8. Strength modifier plus 0. But, we're going through it. Building a mech. So, is everyone wanting to do Voltron specifically? Are we okay with more of the Transformer vibe? Or do you not want to waste the points so it can transform and just have robots that, you all run around in sometimes?
I think, me personally, I'm fine with either a sort of Voltron, Megazord kind of feel, or more of a, if we want to do something individual, being almost more of like a Pacific Rim kind of feel.
Yeah, I'm kind of down with the Pacific Rim vibe. I will go with the flow, but I like the idea of
So Pacific
individualized
Rim-
mechs as well.
So
Yeah,
I'm not
Jester
as
hasn't
familiar with
seen it.
Pacific Rim. So
Gundam.
when you Gundam.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like Gundam, Godzilla kind of
So-
stuff. Giant robots.
So
giant
but yeah.
aliens.
So yeah.
Evangelion.
Okay.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
get it. Okay.
Pacific Rim is just Western Gundam, honestly. It's great.
Okay.
I love
Yeah.
it.
Pacific
That
Rim
makes
is
more sense
RoboJock
to me.
Step 12 or whatever when it came out.
Yeah, yeah.
See, and
And if you haven't seen RoboJock, check it out. It's hilarious.
and one of the other overarching questions that are we, like we had talked about, we're doing private, right? We're private, we didn't want to be a part of a standing military. We wanted to be private. Is that
See,
what
that
Yeah.
depends. I don't know, because I know that if given the choice, I will probably choose private. But if I'm not given the choice, I can find ways to incorporate myself in a military unit.
I was gonna say? I'm okay either way. I'm fine with being part of a military
Everyone
unit,
wants to
but
go
I'm also
private.
part
I'm
of.
fine with that too. It was just the offerage because technically the whole known verse is at war with them at the moment. Therefore, the draft is really easy way to get you guys together. But if you all want to be private, hang on.
I would
Yep.
say as a caveat, if we do go private, it would make sense that we're for the most part a part of a unit like like a particular like a mercenary unit type
Oh,
style thing.
See,
there's
I'd
going
say
to
that
be
we
a
all
That way we have a reason to have a
we
connection.
all we all happen to be a part of a land crawler called the Calliope, and each of us happens to be
Hell
something called a
yeah.
Yaksha.
Hell
No,
yeah.
but honestly, I like the idea of the mech company as well. Like we're our own independent lance. That sounds fucking badass. I don't
Like
know how
maybe
everyone else feels
like
about it, because
and that would give Chris a reason to come up with like a somebody who's our like business agent or whatever.
We'll see.
well,
yeah,
What we're
either
gonna
way,
have is we're gonna have this captain lady. She only has one arm. Uh,
yeah. Oh god, I've opened up the Yaksha comparisons. I can't put it back in. I'm sorry, guys.
so
Um,
But I'm
either
okay
way,
with
you're
going
going
part
to
of it. Yeah.
either way, you guys are going to be part of a secret military unit that's going to pay for your stuff and pay you because
yeah,
that's the easiest way to have someone be like, "Hey, you random bunch of guys, I want you to have some mechs and go fight the swarm for me."
yeah,
So
absolutely.
you guys are going to be more like agents of Shield,
Mm,
Vibes.
yeah, yeah. I get that.
and that'll be the comparison we use for it. Because otherwise, you know as well as I do, sometimes it's hard to get a group together. But if you're all black bagged and show up at the same table with a dude in front of you, it's way easy.
Let's see.
Where am I? Why am I here? Oh, well, you've been chosen, and because you were chosen, the easiest way to get you here was this way. Why did you
So,
do it this way? Because you could have said no.
so the immediate question that I have is when it comes to determining our stats, would we count as a tier 1 mech
we'd be
or a
Well,
No,
tier
tier
the
two.
average
2?
PC or the average PC level is 2, so we're gonna start with a tier 2 mech.
So we have
well, so
okay.
so here's the thing. The way it reads is that every PC is worth a certain amount of mech points. That all
Mhm.
gets thrown into a pool, and then we decide how many mechs we want to make. And
That's true.
there's tier 1 mech has to be, you have to spend a minimum of 30 points to create a tier 1 mech, a
Okay.
minimum of 45 to create a 2, and so on and so forth. It's page 97 if you're looking at it.
Right, right.
So
Yeah.
we're
So yeah,
probably
Um,
going to be
So
tier one max if we each want an individual one.
right, I was gonna
is
say
that
because we
yeah.
could either we could all do individuals, or we could do which is fine with me,
but
or
that's
we could divvy
180
it up some
total
other
mech
way. But that's what?
180 total mech points.
Okay.
Because
Right,
each PC is worth 30 points, and there are 6 of you.
right. Which the math breaks out easiest for us to each make a tier 1 mech.
Okay.
But
Mhm.
the like
That's a
but
good
if
place
we
to
want
start.
but if we wanted to do it like we're assigned in teams, we could do a couple of mechs that are tier 2 and a mech that's like tier 3, I think. I'd have to work the math a bit, but sorry guys.
You're good.
I mean,
Let's
how
Yeah,
difficult is it?
technically, I think you are correct about the 2 tier 2s.
How difficult is it to advance a mech up the level?
Um so that as our level goes up, as our we each become worth more. Like we're each worth 30 now. At first level we would have been each worth 15 mech points. Next level we'll each be worth 45, which means that'll end up distributing the points. That'll end up adding to that mech pool to redistribute points. The way it works easiest on
Like a
math,
starship, essentially.
for the
Yeah.
most part, the way it looks like and the way they break it down is once you hit level 2, regardless of the size of your party, it looks like it's just most efficient to make a mech that is one tier lower than your actual level for each member of the party,
Yeah.
because you can we can at tier all of us at level 2, we could easily each of us make a level 1 mech. At level 2 or at level 3, we could each make level level 2 mechs,
Yeah.
and that would make it each, make it
Rowan,
as in it breaks the math easier as we level up, but we can do it in other ways if we so choose.
Rowan, upgrading and retrofitting mechs is on page 108 of the Tech Revolution.
Auxiliary system. Yeah,
All
retrofitting.
right. So, with that in mind, I'm sure the computer will be down so long as he gets his own.
So yeah,
Yeah.
like basically we can retrofit and rearm and rebuild and stuff as long as we're in like a safe harbor.
Right.
Right.
Which I'm assuming, even if we're private contractors working for the military, we're going to have access to facilities where that's possible, at least in our downtime between missions.
We might even have our
Yeah.
own like if this were BattleTech, we'd probably have our own like drop ship or whatever
Well,
they're
and
called,
like
the
the
big
smallest,
orbs.
well, we have
That's
huge, gargantuan, and colossal. So even if you're all huge frames, that still means that you're going to need a decent sized starship to take you places anyway. So once you've made it back to the starship, that should be a fairly safe haven so long as they have the appropriate upgrades on the ship. And they're military, why wouldn't they have that?
True.
Yeah.
dang. If I want to get anything that's not, oh yeah, if I want to get a gargantuan or a colossal mech, I'll need another pilot. Gotcha.
Yes, minimal pilots is a thing.
Yeah.
Though, if you were trying for something like that, you might talk to the Mystic he was talking about, not necessarily.
Wait, forearm squad. Hey
What
Scott,
about
Yeah,
how'd you
I
feel
was
about
thinking about
pooling?
riding with somebody else.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
want to
that's
pool
what we
together our
said.
points and make just a real big fuck you mech?
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Okay. All right.
There we go. We have our first team up, and it will be the Mystic and the Showbot.
And it's going to end up being 60 points, makes it a tier 3 mech.
He. All right. I'm happy with that. Tier 3 mech.
Say, everyone is talking right now, so if anyone else would like to team up, that is an option.
I kind of want to fly
I'll team up
solo.
with myself.
You're not in this game. Get out.
Yeah,
You-
okay.
No, you are definitely part of session 0 till you have to go to work. Please feel free. I love you, Daniel.
Aw, you
Let's
have to
say-
have a second pilot for a transport frame. That sucks.
Rip.
Wait, I'll make a character that can be the second pilot. I just won't be able to be here for him, so you'll just have an NPC.
Hey, I'm playing charity if you want to be like Temperance.
Actually, if Daniel is going to make an NPC for this game, he has to make Sid.
Yes!
No, no, no,
I can see
no, no more SIDS.
Yes.
I was gonna say, I'm not opposed to being paired up, but I'm also not opposed to doing a single mech myself
Well,
either. Because
And
Look,
while we
Sid,
have you thinking about this, you are the only one that is not from this current timeline.
that's true.
So
Oh wow.
give us a little bit of background about the future that you come from.
So I haven't fleshed a whole lot of it out. So but I will give you like
Fable.
the
That's-
basics. I'll give you Fable 42 is from a future that is doomed, and this future only had a certain amount of time left before the universe collapsed or some major calamity ended everything. I haven't decided, and we haven't really fleshed that out yet. That might come later, but for the intents and purposes, what is important is he was just he was a soldier, and he was part of a unit that was meant to send somebody through a temporal rift to go back in time to prevent this calamity from taking place. The unfortunate thing is that the person that was supposed to go back through was injured and hard pressed by enemies and flung him through instead. So Unfortunately, the time rift overshot him, and he's much farther back in time than any of them were trying to go. By how much? We don't know yet. But he's kind of like back in time because he comes from this like doomed, crushed figure, and he doesn't know how long he was stuck in the temporal rift. Like it was some indeterminate amount of time. When you're stuck in a temporal rift, what do you think probably doesn't work? A watch.
Uh,
So, I mean, so yeah, he has no idea how long he before he was dumped out here. Um,
Mm.
but yeah, that's kind of what I'm going with here. He's developed some abilities from being in the temporal rift and coming
beautiful.
from this doomed future. But he is essentially somebody who was a soldier. um, and he wasn't even the guy that was supposed to go on this mission.
So, okay, I have a question.
I have answers, hopefully.
Frames and legs. Do they have a cost?
Yes, it'll say
Yeah.
on
So
it, like,
yes,
the cost for your
well,
frame is, like, 3
4
times
plus
tier,
tier.
2.5 times tier.
Oh,
yes, yeah, it
okay, I
scales.
Okay.
see now. I see
It
now.
scales.
And
Yeah.
So,
then legs also have a cost.
yes, yes.
Unless you just want to have 2 legs, and apparently that's free.
So, Scott, how would you feel about a juggernaut? We be up on the front line, just really punching the shit out of everything and taking all the damage.
Mm.
Okay, that makes sense for you because if you're up front, I still got to be up front with you to heal you.
Yeah, absolutely. I like the idea that we happen to be kind of like a tight team, like you and me. Maybe we've met each other before this or something. I don't know. We can flesh it out later, but yeah.
Mm.
Okay.
Right, but yeah, so the basic gist is that each of you were bagged and tagged by the government and have shown up at this secret military base on an asteroid
Mhm.
just outside the diaspora, and there is a large mech building grounds behind the place that you're in. And basically you're all unbagged in a room around a round table, including you, Fable. Um, we'll get to your flashback later. Um, and there's a incredibly short Vesk. I mean, he literally looks like a dwarf, but in a Vesk-like suit. That's how short he is. And he has multiple scars and a couple of cybernetic implants. And he's all like, "Welcome. You've all been chosen due to your skill set to deal with the swarm menace. My name is Bob." I'm just kidding. It's not Bob,
Ah,
Justin. Uh, I had to start with that. Chester hates Bob so much.
I remember
Lazy,
Dirty Bob.
Oh, I thought you
laziest
meant
man
Bob.
ever.
Oh no, no. Just in general, the name Bob.
Right.
So,
Uh,
So I was in the group that I played in most of my young adult life. Every bartender was named Bob, and every barmaid was named Barbara.
ah,
ha,
And
And you know that
and
annoys me because it's
the
so
reason for that
basic.
was because God didn't want to name NPCs. So let's go with. Oh, we were wrong. Apparently, this is a woman, Vesk. That's why she's so short. Her name is Casella.
Casella.
Yeah, General Casella.
Okay.
I will put it in roll 20 so that we remember it for all time. Paste this plain text. She actually has 2 stars.
Let's see.
And if anyone would like to, if they can make a culture check and see if they know of any of the history.
oh,
I just hadn't
Uh,
picked a name for her.
So, real quick question, so that I can actually make my meat character.
Go ahead.
What class is everybody? I know that Mira, you're a soldier. I know that Jesta is a
Yep.
soldier precog. Scott is a mystic. Brian, what are
Peter
you?
King is a mechanic.
Yeah, mechanic.
Huh, Fable doesn't know anything.
Nope. Which tracks I'm not from this time?
Yeah, Brian, what is your class anyway? I'm interested.
It's a soldier Quai Adept.
Oh wow, what is a Quai Adept?
It's in the
Key, basically a key
Oh,
adept.
okay.
It's somebody they
You unarmed fight?
yeah.
yeah.
What book?
Gotcha.
Character.
Character Operations Manual?
Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
I'm a foreful soldier.
What page, Brian?
It is page 90 in the book.
Cool, I actually have a hard copy. The nice thing about my tabletop game falling apart is the guy that bought books left them there, so I took them. He'll get them back when he wants them, but they're mine till then.
Cider
And
Solarian.
the aesthetic warrior is the modification I'm taking.
Ooh.
Ah, that one, okay.
Yes, which replaces my heavy armor and heavy weapons, but then it makes my unarmed like really badass.
Nice. Oh, okay. Yeah, that one's gonna be fucking awesome. Yeah, I love Eldritch Blast. Eldritch Punch! Eldritch Punch!
I sold my soul for a 1d8 cantrip. And all I got was the stupid shirt.
Meh.
There you go.
Let's see.
I really don't know which I want to be. Because electrical attunement Solarian sounds cool, but so does nanosight.
Alright, so, you know what you have to do. Flip the coin.
Flip the coin.
True.
Alright,
And then make
Which
the other
is
one,
which?
just in case this character dies.
which is which is...
So, heads is nanosite and tails is electricity solar. Sound good?
Get a coin.
Okay.
Let's flip an actual coin live on stream. Whoa, gambling stream.
Whoa, I'm scared.
Tails.
Yay! Welcome, Thor, god of thunder and lightning.
I mean, there's some cool stuff when you're in resistance mode. You gain damage reduction, and there's a Stellar Revelation you can take to where, if you're fully resistance attuned, you can fatigue everyone around you.
True.
Yes. Because it was Solaran, I definitely read all of the Solaran stuff because that was the only thing I was worried about at the time. Oh, Brian's typing. What's he typing?
So Solarian.
Ooh, I'm hyped.
Where
Of
is-
course.
Okay. Now, here's the question. When I get to upper limbs, can I have 4 arms on our mech because we're squad 4 armed?
Alright, so 4 arms.
Because I don't
Just
know.
saying. I say, I know it can be done because the Adari have 4 arms on their mechs.
Yeah.
What is it? Basic arms, assault arms, powerful arms.
And we are level 2.
That's weird. It's not actually listed.
Yeah, maybe it's
Yeah,
a.
but the text right there, mech's upper arm typically represents a pair of arms, though they can be found in other forms such as multiple limbs or even mechanical
sick.
tentacles.
Skill, right?
Hell yeah.
It says they're limited to a single set of upper arms. Upper arms modified are
4 plus
varied for the mech statistics and provide additional use of power.
Okay. So it sounds like it's just kind of a thing that it's an aesthetic because it doesn't really matter how many arms a mech has. It's a fucking mech. Is that the ruling, or is there something different?
Hang on, I'm trying to find the Adari mech right now so I can look at its stats.
Yeah, you're good.
Another good thing
See if-
about being a Solarian is I can be our face.
Yeah, you can. Because I'm certainly not being the face this campaign.
Well, I'm probably the only one who has charisma as a
Uh-huh.
No, charisma is
well,
not one of
main
my
skill.
good. Yeah, charisma is not one of my mains. So
Yeah.
let's see.
Rowan. Don't make me, Rowan.
Meow 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 meow.
Rowan, I will
Meow
fucking...
meow
Alright, it
meow
says
meow meow meow.
an accomplished Kasathan pilot can operate all 4 arms simultaneously to replicate classic Idarian fighting styles. Far more often, though, carefully trained co-pilots can split the limbs functions to maximize the mech's offensive potential.
So 2 of them for fighting, 2 of them for healing. I don't know.
Fuck with
I'm
it.
just
Can't make
saying.
anything
No, I
Alright.
fuck with it. That's great.
Alright. Offense, defense, offense.
Or
Okay, so the Adari and mech lists upper arms as precision arms. So I'm gonna say yes, you can have 4 arms.
Nice. I'm gonna do powerful arms, I think. Or tough arms. No, tough arms. That fits the bill better.
I was gonna put in some of that myself. Let's see.
So background to what's happening. The war's been going on for 6 months. Avalon was devastated, 91% fatality. Vesk 8 only had a 73% fatality, but that's, people versus soldiers.
Mhm.
And it took several hours before anyone actually could show up that wasn't already there, so they took heavy losses. Of course, everyone's super pissed off about it. Like I said, the draft has been in several systems. It started to happen, so there are a lot more soldiers coming in. And everyone, of course, is on board. Like they're like, no, we're not having this happen again. So, politically speaking, the populace is behind the war, and everyone is trying to interact. Like as you look around the area that you're at, there are Vesks, there are Lashunta here. There are actually quite a few. I'm gonna say it wrong, and I'm gonna be mad at myself. Sheeran.
Yeah.
Because they definitely don't want the swarm around. Their individuality is key to them.
Oh, yeah.
And I learned a lot about their backstory too. They had their own world until about 83 AD when the swarm that attacked the first time decided to take it out.
because they thought that the idea of a bug that could think for itself they found offensive.
Yes.
Every
They
fucking...
were like, you are not part of the collective anymore. You must die.
Oh,
We
yeah.
will take your stuff and tell you that you're bad.
You dare bring light to my lair? You must die.
Right. It's bad. Oh, not talking. Let's see what else.
Scott, you're able to see this sheet from my streaming, right?
Yeah, sometimes it gets fuzzy and I just like leave out and come back in. But yeah.
Okay. Just making sure. Wanting to make sure that you are like able. Let's see. So, question on the power cores is initial / maximum. Is that like the cost?
Power core, your initial that's how many points you start with in your core when combat starts. Max
Yes.
is how many it can have. Rate is how quickly it generates it.
Okay. Then what's the cost on the cores then? Because I know
well,
that
it
there's
depends on the
cost for
type of core.
templates.
Depends on the type of core because there's Aeon Stone cores, there's battle cores. There's corpse nars.
And
And then there's a
remember that
fourth
your
one.
Above
action.
it has the paragraph
Your-
with the cost. It says the
And Mark Zero.
Mark
Okay,
zeros
I
are
see.
free. They don't
Number
want
of
you going in
MP
with no core.
power cores mark rating multiplied by the mech's tier. For example, a Mark III Eternal Core for tier 9 costs 27. So it's multiplied by the mech. So yeah, a tier 3 mech is going to do the MP, the power cores rating. So that would be the second column, and then be times 3 for us. Okay.
Right. And because you're the showbot that's badass, you're gonna want a power core that gives you enough points to do all your special awesome things.
Oh yeah. Oh no, I plan.
Also, I know that it sounds cliche, but the sword is really badass.
I'm gonna try and get a club because or spear actually. I think I'm gonna go for the spear.
What's skill?
Nice.
I'll have to relook at it, but I'm thinking for my part of the weaponry, I think I'm gonna do spear.
Oh, I get an additional skill rank and an extra feat. Or I could drop that for adopted dusk sight. Fortitude saves, inspirement, mitigation. I think I'm going to. No, I'll take skilled. I should do that.
Let's see. So Scott, I've got a question here.
Just pump that up one.
Do we want to do an Aeon Core so that you can convert your spell slots into PowerPoints? Do we want to do a Scrapper, which is like a high risk kind of core where we can go over our PowerPoints at risk? Battle Core where we do some solid fucking like what is it? Anytime we score a crit, man, I'm still trying to figure out how to crit fish in this game, honestly. Let's see. What is the... Ooh. Okay.
Bonus.
Or we could do the Corpse Gnar.
I'm thinking
not
of taking a
sure.
corpse gnar for mine, just because I kind of like the idea of just being able to regen core points.
From kills, yeah.
You don't even have to kill it, it just has to be dead, and it specifically says a living thing, and we're going to be fighting the swarm.
That's true.
And they do qualify as living things.
It just depends on if your character would want to be using Eoxian
Oh.
technology, I guess.
Ooh, wait. Question, Scott. Scrapper Core, if we're going to be on the front line, we'll probably take plenty system failures, right? Which will give us a D4 PowerPoint for each system failure. Do we want to do Scrapper Core?
Yeah, sounds. Because if we're gonna be up front, we're gonna get hit a lot.
Yeah.
So that
All
makes
right.
more sense. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
What kind of frame are you guys looking at?
Oh, we're a Juggernaut.
So that's a combat frame, right?
Yes.
Because I don't know if I want to do maybe a flight frame or a phased frame.
Well, you definitely should have all areas like covered because the swarm comes in all variants.
Yeah, that's also I was like,
true.
would an amphibious one be worth going after? Or like, what's the probability that we'll be on
A water world?
water
Pretty
worlds
slim.
where we're going to need to go like underwater?
No, pretty slim for the most part. So far, after repelling them from both the core and from the Vesperium, they're mostly attacking smaller planets in the vast. And
So they're mostly in the vast, maybe into parts of near space.
well, yeah, actually, I meant to say near space because near space is near. They're still close enough that everyone in the core is worried, and these ones specifically seem to be a little bit smarter than the last wave that the core and the Vesperium experienced. Um, and they're also using like, oh, what size are they? I can't think. Like semi truck sized variants that are literally um, tanking their way through and absorbing all the nutrients from the planet as they go. But they're heavily armored, and that's part of the reason that the Mech initiative is being chosen right now. Though I guess if I'm speaking as her, I should use my posh British accent because I've decided that the Vesk are British. Now see here, we've conquered 9 planets. How many have you conquered?
And then the swarm just goes, I'm very hungry.
We don't care about that. We're going to eat you.
Give me the biomass.
No, I don't want that.
Oh.
As a missile careens into one of their heads.
Well, and from some of the footage that you're now being shown, like those giant mechs that I was just describing, they have like these little swarms of, I said mechs, they have these little swarms of tiny, wow, swarms of tiny swarm. They have tiny swarm creatures that will go up to the corpses and suck all of the nutrients out, and then you see like an exchange between them as they power up the big guys.
Ugh. I don't like that.
Yeah.
But it seems to be like a weird symbiotic relationship between the two, at least with those guys specifically.
So now that I actually have my character, you wanted me to... A culture roll was a thing?
Culture roll is a thing.
Well, I have my skills at least.
Yay! So, lost it. Jester, I can't hear you in this world.
This world.
I was just saying, I think I'm gonna do a reframe.
Do a what frame?
Recon frame.
Ooh.
A speedy boy. And I think Computer King was also thinking of doing a recon frame.
Yeah.
We probably don't need a transport frame.
Brian, you're doing a combat frame, ain't you? Or are you doing a
Yeah.
flying frame?
I'm looking between both that, flying, and recon.
Okay. Nice.
So who else is doing recon?
I think Computer,
Computer
King?
King.
I think computer was looking at it, so yeah, I'll probably.
We're the recon squad. Great. I love it.
Hey, I'm down for that. Recon's quiet. Wow, sometimes. But, got lost.
Hey, let's see here.
I did
So,
not take recon
Back to Rowan.
limbs. That's okay though.
General Kasali is actually someone who was supposed to be killed at birth and managed to survive. And as a dwarf Vesk, has had many, 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 many fights just to stay alive, let alone before she joined the military and rose through its ranks. She's been in some sizable battles, and in fact, in her first life, where she's 4 years older than this, she actually was one of the best that were taking out the Dominion of the Black in the Vesperium. She was responsible for that in that life, and has resumed not worrying about that because the Swarm is doing.
And I think I figured out what the experiment was on Charity after Absalom was destroyed. They basically wanted to make an artificial Solarian. So his body has been like implanted with electricity attuned Solarian stones in vital organs like the heart and stuff. So it was not didn't gain it through some sort of stellar revelation, but it was more like forced on him. Well, forced, he agreed to it.
Oh, so you did sign the waiver? Good.
Yeah, he did sign the waiver. He signed his. He had his parents sign his school field trip slips. And they went, "Don't come back unless you have grandchildren."
That's the one.
So you show up with 3 Yosoki children and a Lashunta. You're like, these are the grandchildren. I came home.
Oh, those don't count. No, his
Not true. I have documentation that says they're mine.
his family is pretty chill.
Let's see here. So, Scott, it looks like we have 2 slots for our upper limbs, and most things are 2 slots on upper limbs. So, things we could do. We got a few options.
Hello, kitty.
I think
Spike shield.
that's what I was thinking. That's same page. Hell yeah.
And then
Absolutely.
whatever in the other slot that would be kind of a good heavy thing on the front line type.
Yeah, so I
Okay.
think we could either rock like a rotary cannon or like a missile battery. I think either of those would be pretty sick.
Brian has disappeared. Only the tiger remains.
Rawr.
There you go.
All right.
Solar
Look.
flare.
Oh,
Missile batteries in the frame though.
Right, because we don't have any more spots on our arms. We've only got a frame slot now. Because we only have 2 upper limb slots, and most every weapon takes up 2 upper limbs.
Oh. I missed
Yeah.
that. My bad. Okay.
No,
Got
you're
it.
good. We actually have 4 frame slots for our upper body. So if we had the mech points, we could like rock out like both a rotary cannon and a missile battery.
you guys are getting right into the territory of weapons that I was looking at.
Mhm.
Let's
Well, the
see.
thing
I
is,
was trying to think if we have 4 arms, all 4 of them have to have something to do.
right?
Well, okay, one should because I want
Probably
one free.
we could probably rock them as essentially our arms have auxiliary slots. Or the frame has auxiliary slots, but we could say that the arms are doing the auxiliary things. Let's see.
I'm looking at the auxiliary systems as well.
Yeah, they're pretty crazy.
Yeah, haste circuit. Dear God.
Yeah.
Well, I think I'm going to go with the solar flare. So I
Nice.
am getting the Solarian ranged weapon.
Nice. Things that didn't exist. Amazing.
Amazing.
You know what? Yeah. Let's see. Where was that at? I was looking at.
Don't know. La 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 la.
You know what? I will.
Chicken
go
butt.
with, I will go with the phase frame.
So we have a phase frame, a recon frame. I guess I'll take a flight frame.
That
Nice.
covers pretty much everything.
We just don't
Or
have
you could
a
do it.
space trucker or a swimmy boy.
That's 8. So let's get that.
How often do you get the HP advancements to the max? Is it every level?
I think so.
Yeah, because
So
I'm
would-
finding a chart for it.
Yeah, so then would we start with an HP advance?
Yes, I think so. Let me check to be 100% certain.
would it be an advancement on our level or the mech's tier?
I think
you
it goes
guys-
with the mech. Hold on, let me look it up specifically.
Might be in the max tier.
Hit points. That's not what I want. Hardness, EAC, blah, 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 boo. Boo, 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 boo.
For cost, I'm assuming we round up.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, base HP from the frame and limbs. Hit point advancement from frame and limbs times tier.
There you go.
Okay, so it's by the tier.
Yeah, it's by the tier, and before you multiply it, you add the HP from your limb, from your frame, and the limbs.
Nice.
So if you take there's a kind of limbs where it's like, you are beefy. Think that, yeah, tough arms improves your hit point advancement by 1.
Okay, so Scott, I'm gonna set aside 9 of our points for a. Actually, I might set aside 12 of our points if you're okay with it for enhanced shield and reinforced frame, so we can get a fuck ton of armor.
Yeah.
Yes, I think I was looking at that.
All right, excellent. So that will bring that down to 8 points, and then that would be.
I'm gonna get.
Oh no, now I have to pick a whole bunch of stellar revelations. Or look at them and see which ones I like.
So
Well,
if we're looking at that, that's
you still start off with the basic ones, right?
Yeah.
Which is what, black hole and the one that catches everything on fire, which will now be everything is electrified. Solar flare. No, solar flare's not right, Chris.
Yeah, I
I
get
still want somebody to have the
black
cargo
hole,
launcher.
destructive.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, I get black hole, destructive
No, same
discharge,
here.
energy link. Oh no, I think energy link and destructive discharge replace supernova and black hole.
Oh, there we go.
When you're fully energy attuned, as a standard action, you can deal 1d8 electricity damage plus 1d8 per Solarian level to one creature within 30 feet of you. Increase this
nice.
revelation's range by 5 feet for every 2 Solarian levels you have. After using this, you become immediately unattuned. And it counts as a zenith revelation for abilities that reference them. Energy sink is the one where, when you're fully resistance attuned, you can cause all creatures within 10 feet of you to be fatigued for 1 minute. And any creature that's already fatigued becomes nauseated for 1 round. Creatures affected by this ability must expend twice as many charges as normal when operating items powered by batteries.
Interesting.
It's a shame that the Swarm is probably not going to be using a lot of battery weapons.
No, probably not.
But the fatigue is nice.
Dang. Okay. So we get 4 of these guys.
Hello, Computer King.
Hello.
Yay!
hello, buddy.
Hello, everybody.
Made it.
Okay,
Oh my god, this
let me log into shit.
Vibes.
is gonna be ridiculous.
Oh my god, they have
So, what have I
many.
missed?
We've been fiddling around with mechs.
So basically, we've decided that we're private contractors working for the military. We know that our two of our characters are teaming up to put together a juggernaut, and they're going to ride together. Everybody else, I think, is making individual mechs, like tier 1 mechs for themselves, if I'm not mistaken.
How many points do we get?
30.
30 each.
Yep, enough
30? Oh,
to
my.
make a tier 1 mech, or if you want to combine with somebody else, make a tier 3 mech.
So I teamed up with Scott. We're Team Forearms.
Yeah. So
And we have Brian, I think, is making a combat frame. Or no,
Yeah.
you were still to pick. Oh, no, you did pick the combat.
Yeah, I'm doing a combat frame.
I called recon.
Yeah, we have a recon frame with you. Jesta is doing a phase frame. The forearm squad is also a combat frame.
The forearm squad.
So I'm
Yeah.
thinking, do we want a flight frame or do we want a transport frame? Because transport frames seem to be also bulky and have a lot of slots for auxiliary stuff. So do I want to be an AWACS or do I want to be a striker?
I was gonna say, if you're gonna be like a striker type, you might also look at the Recon Sky Spy frame, because that has a flight speed.
I also
What's its
just
flight
to
speed?
cut into the action, Scott. I don't know if you saw, but I added plasma shock circuits as one of our 4 frame auxiliaries. That's going to be really good for us. Essentially, anytime someone hits us and causes us to lose SP, we just transfer that right back onto them, and we have a lot of SP. This is stupid. I love this.
So yeah, it would be, do I want to have that? Or do I want to have... Hold on. Oh, that's
we
the
will
Blink
absorb
Striker.
Showbot. Get rid of the Mystic.
Yeah,
I want
right.
a Heaven Piercer. Wow, the Sky Spy actually flies faster than any of the flying frames.
Is this a
Yes,
Recon?
that's why I want that.
Oh, you're doing a Sky Spy.
Oh, sweet.
Good.
That's okay. We were talking about the idea of a reconnaissance team anyway.
Yeah. Well, my character just wants to not have to be near a fight at all ever.
Yeah,
So he
survive-
run away real fast and get reinforcements.
Yeah, you're what, like 18 inches tall?
No, they're actually medium sized.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, they're huge brains on sticky little bodies, and my sticky little body has 4 prosthetic limbs.
Nice. What is
Yeah,
it?
tr-
When I saw them the first time, I was like, I can make the lobes from Freakazoid.
What are
Excellent.
the AUG systems like?
Some of them is fun.
Not sure if the EMP cannon is going to serve us super well.
Because, yeah, I would have
No,
as
not against-
a...
The swarm necessarily.
Yeah.
Also, remember that the swarm are immune to acid. That is something that you would know for sure.
Oh, good to know.
It's a recon.
So-
Hang on, I'll tell you by your right name soon.
Yeah.
Not sure.
Stream to the next locomotive
You're-
core.
Are you going by? Say it out loud so I can try to remember how to say it.
Are you talking about my name or my character's name?
Your character's name. I know how to say Mira.
Yeah. Kle Na Saravi.
Okay, so do you want to go by Kle or Nasaravi?
Kle. Na Saravi is the clan name.
Okay, so Kle. Alright.
Yeah.
Good. I will remember that it's just Kle. And then Kle and Rem. That's funny.
Yeah. Rem Akit Far and Kle Na Saravi. Jesus Christ. We're hard to say name, gang. Fuck forearm gang. We're hard to say name, gang.
And computer, because I never asked you to say it out loud, say your name. Or not.
Damn it, I'm pressing the wrong button. Satralix Zediar, but he won't let anybody call him that.
Okay. Oh,
What does
yeah,
he
you
go
want to
by?
be Lollipop, right?
Yeah, because all he has to do is tuck his little arms and legs in together and stand there and look at someone. He looks like a giant pink lollipop.
What is your race?
Contemplative.
Oh yeah, that's right. God damn it! I keep.
He's
asking
basically
you.
a giant brain on a stick.
Yeah, I love that.
Delicious.
Okay.
So he's lollipop.
would be easier. All right.
That's
So
then-
we have...
Brian, how are you going to say your name? Tograndis?
Yeah, Tograndis.
Okay, I can say that. So Cle, Rim, Lollipop, Tograndis, Charity, and 42. Got it.
let's see here.
What race is
Now-
Togranus? Or Talgranus?
Oni.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
So-
like surrounded... I'm a human surrounded by weirdos.
So Scott, we have 8 points left. and I think that that's going to factor into our stuff. I gave us an entry hatch because just like I don't want to get trapped in our mech and or get caught unawares and have to do a whole like 10 minutes to get into our mech. But we can do one of two things. We could either decide that we wanted to do something like auto target, which would give us like a better chance to hit, or we could give ourselves a thruster to move quicker, or weapon core or like weapon rack, which would let us get an extra weapon. So the real question is, if we get weapon rack, or if we don't get weapon rack, we can get unbreakable armor at the cost of not having an extra weapon. What do you want to do?
Being a frontline person, I think a weapon rack would be important.
Fine, right on. If you want to pick that last weapon, you got 6 points to play with. Because I've picked most of the things on this mech. Feel free to pick that last weapon if you want.
Cloud plating is pretty awesome.
Where was the thunder thing?
The Thunder Gauntlet?
Yeah.
Here, let me take a look.
Yes, flame does go.
Yeah,
Thunder
it
Gauntlet,
disrupts their basic movement and functionality. The
Ooh.
mech can use a thunder gauntlet as though it were a ranged weapon with the blast weapon special property.
What page is that, Scott?
Thunder Gauntlet
106.
is 106. We don't have enough points though. We're shy 1 point of getting that.
Oh darn.
Yeah, right. I'm trying to see if there's anywhere I could trim the fat.
Wait.
I could.
Thunder Gauntlet's 3 times times level, so 3 times 2 is 6. I thought you said you had 6 points.
We're a tier 3 mech.
Oh yeah, you're tier 3. Damn it.
Yeah,
Okay.
so that would bring it to 9.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you're right. I'm wrong.
No, you're good. We could. So we could make the choice if we wanted to ditch either enhanced shields or reinforced frame. I'd probably say reinforced frame if we were to ditch it, and we could pick up the Thunder Gauntlet if you want.
So,
No, I think both of those are important to have. I wouldn't want to lose either one. Being up front, I think they're kind of important.
I agree. Yeah.
So,
And
question.
These can always be things that you decide you want to upgrade to once we get higher level.
True.
Do we? So, what's our like combat doctrine as a lance?
Well,
like,
we're gonna set.
Yeah,
like,
what do you guys do?
We are expressly made to take as many hits as possible and then deal that back as we're basically a what are those kineticists in this game called? The ones that like you take damage and you deal it back. So we're basically a vanguard as a mech. So that's our thing. What we'll probably do is rush the front line and distract as many as we can at one time.
So you're kind of the tanking frame. Brian, what is your mech built for? Other than probably being incredibly strong, borderline broken.
But yeah, incredibly strong, borderline broken.
Are you more of a ranged fire powerhouse, or?
I'll probably be more up close and personal.
Okay. And recon squad are probably going to be running around doing recon things.
Yes, gathering information, learning weaknesses, reporting back so that everyone can exploit weaknesses.
What I might actually do then is take a transport frame and deck it out to be both a utility platform and also just a ranged powerhouse. Which does mean, though, I need another operator. Because
you would need another operator. Dang.
Transport frames do need
2 to 6.
2 to 6.
Minimum 2 for everyone.
Fury jumper.
well,
What is that?
let's roll some random numbers and see what happens.
Well, theoretically, I could easily make an NPC who's my secondary operator, but I do also kind of like the idea of being a solo operator.
Yeah. Well, make that decision, and once you make the decision whether we need an NPC or not, then I'll roll to see what he randomly shows up as.
Oh, it's like if I went with something that needed a second, it would be probably one of his siblings.
You want to do that? Well, then we can do that. But what if you were adopted? What if you were an orphan, and so that means that anyone that was in the orphanage with you at the time would work.
Oh man, are we doing fucking Gundam Iron Blood Orphans over here?
I mean, it's a possibility, but I'm okay with having another human as well. So if you want to go just basic like relationship humans, then that's fine.
Well, fuck, now I do kind of want to say he grew up in an orphanage, and that's where the whole... It was like a religious group, maybe Abadar Corps, and that's
Ooh,
why he has
that's
a... Fuck, that even explains why his name's literally Charity. Because Abadar is the god of, like, money.
Yes, they are space Amazon.
Yeah, that is so funny, is Abadar...
If you want it, we got it. Abador Corp.
Abadar Corp
Shipping
is great.
anywhere
I had
in the universe.
A megacorp and a mega church all in one.
Yeah, I actually had a
Right.
campaign that based entirely around Abadar Corp.
Well, and the vault, dear goodness, there's a perfect version of Slef in the vault.
Oh, good lord.
Yeah, in fact, you know what? I think I'll do that. And the thing with the other orphan is they're basically there being like co-pilot, while Charity is the one who actually pilots the mech and controls most of its core systems.
Because it won't actually mess up the average party level because it's an NPC, I'm going to tell you that you have to make your human brother or sister, depending on what they are,
Mm-hmm.
one.
Make them what?
So they'll be first level.
Okay.
So, Scott, should I pick up, because I just took out my 2 points in Intimidate, should I pick up piloting or engineering? Because which one are you going to cover?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to modify, figure out something, because
Yeah.
I don't have either one.
Right, right. Which would you prefer I have? Because you're a mystic. Wait, do mystics get either of those as class skills?
Sign. Ooh.
They don't. Well, that's unfortunate. So, do you have a higher int or dexterity?
Base shield points.
Stable, damn it.
X is 1 point higher.
Okay, so I'll pick up engineering if you pick up piloting then.
Okay.
Ironically, I actually suggested to him a couple days ago that he should rethink not having piloting or computers, since mechs are heavily computer based.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna have to. I am for sure gonna have to. I'm much better at combat outside of the mech than inside, so I'm gonna have to change that as we level.
Well, and guys, you're not gonna be in mechs all the time. I mean,
Yeah.
even the Power Rangers and every other trope that is mech based, they're not always doing mech stuff.
Oh yeah. No, I'm a scary, scary person on the ground floor of things. Would you mind making it so that both Scott and I can access this mech sheet?
Yes. Which mech is it listed as now?
Team Forearms mech, name to be determined.
Ah, there we go. I see it. No. Edit.
And then the frame gives me
and
plus 2 KAC, plus 1 EAC.
Alright, Scott, you should be able to see Team Forearms. I learned about the Forearms conspiracy in Starfinder today. It was quite amusing.
What's that?
So, all basic bipeds that are humanoid can be traced back to a common ancestor if you go far back in the timeline.
Uh-huh.
So, there also has to be one for the forearm people too.
Yeah.
And what? I only like got part of it because I was dealing with customers while I was listening to Starfinder history. And yeah, there's this whole conspiracy amongst people on the internet about the forearm people.
Well, showbads are listed as specifically seeding, or not showbads. Witchweirds are the ones who seeded the showbad in Kasatha. So it would have to be someone that is an ancestor of the Witchweird then.
Yeah, and it's all thousands of years before the gap. So
Yeah.
It's weird that they say bipods are supposed, or the heavy biped legs are supposed to make you slower, but it gives you plus 10 movement speed.
Also, Absalon Station has so much fun stuff that can kill everyone.
Yeah, that's why it's sad that Absalom's Absagon. More like Absalon.
Okay, well, Absalon City from Galarian is gone, but Absalon Station is still technically.
Oh, I thought that you said the swarm destroyed.
No, Abalon.
Abalon.
The very first planet next to the sun.
Okay. Man, they ignored the entire Pact Worlds and went for that one.
Well, I rolled randomly, honestly.
And honestly, 3 dimensions they could have come from an angle to where that was actually the closest planet.
Well, and they all came out of the drift, so it was, for some reason, that was the beacon that they latched onto when they set their course.
Yeah, it's actually probably smart.
Otherwise, I mean, Eox would have been like, whatever, there's nothing left for you to take, fuck off.
Yeah, I think the only reason they would ever attack Eox is just knowing that it's a threat.
Oh, I guess it's Octurne that's furthest out. But Eox too. The Bone Sages would just be like, nah, fuck off. You can't even come to the planet.
Fuck off.
Remember, Eox joined the was one of the first signees for the Pact Worlds agreement during the Silent War with the Veskarium. But there was the Corpse Fleet exists because there was a whole bunch of them that were like, we don't need the rest of these losers. We're doing fine against the Vesk on our own.
Right, yeah, the whole part of the Pact was they had to disband their military, which is why the Corpse Fleet fucked off and did their own thing. Even though it is said that at least some of the older Bone Sages still have enough ties to get them to do what they need to when they need them to.
True.
Like, oh no, they are definitely not part of my military, but hey man, can you do me a favor? I'll pay you. Page toolbar.
I can't think of the first part of the name, but I'm thinking something Warfist.
Warfist.
I don't know.
What, for our mech's name?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Something Warfist.
Okay, so what if we combine this sort of thing, right? So, for instance, we've got, Ravi Core. So, I have named my war club the War Club Ravi Core, meaning the Swarm Killer. So, what if it's Ravi Core Warfist?
Swarm Killer Warfist?
Yeah. Sounds very anime, honestly.
Yeah, I kind of like that. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm good with that.
Sick. We got both of us represented on this shit. Hype. There we go.
So yeah, I'm a troop tank base with heavy biped legs, assault arms, so that I can attack with 3 times if I use a full action. Assault arms, probably going to need a bigger power core. It's 3, 6. I need a calculator open. So I just... Assault arms. And since I'm tier 1, the power core can be a little bit better. Huh. There doesn't seem to be a distance from which you have to be to use a corpse gnar core. Just says, as a standard action, the Mech can draw the residual life energy out of a creature within its reach that died within the past minute. So I actually
within its reach.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I misread it and thought it meant like within its reach in a more general sense.
Oh yeah, I get you.
Maybe I'll take a battle core instead, since I'm probably going to be firing a lot of weapons.
True. So you'll be crit fishing all the time.
Once per turn, when the Mech defeats or scores a critical hit against a significant enemy.
Oh, so defeat is one of them as well.
Yeah.
Dang.
The power core's rate increases by 2 until the beginning of its next turn. If the Mech scores a critical hit that defeats a significant enemy, the rate increases to 3, or by 3.
Nice.
Eternals generate slower, but they start with more. And then mark 0. Every other core constant number of MP equal to cores mark rating multiplied by tier.
I may have to just get a bigger core just because I need to spend the points. I don't know.
Yes, if you have things that are costing you 3 points a turn, you need a core that can give you 3 points a turn.
Mm-hmm.
I'm definitely going to be taking a mark.
And you said you took a phase, Justin?
Yeah, I took a phase frame.
Lower the life and frame.
Take a Mark 3 core.
Recon.
Let's see.
And how many slots do I have?
So did you take a furry jumper, or did you take the blink striker?
I took the charger.
Really? I did not expect that.
Why?
Honestly,
Although I may actually.
the furry jumper seemed more like something you'd be into. So.
Yeah, but it's a colossal.
Right. That does make it. Yeah. Hi. Welcome to your transport vessel. We do not like.
Besides, the charger has better armor class.
So Scott, we have 40 HP.
Wait. 10, hardness.
That's nice. And how many shield points?
12.
Also nice.
Yeah, no. I'm excited. I want as many shield points as possible, because again, anytime we lose SP, we reflect that right back on the enemy who dished it out or another adjacent enemy.
And that is definitely a handy dandy trick when the swarm attacks. Oh also,
yeah.
I don't remember if I actually did that. Before the forge got shut down?
Uh-huh.
I think I downloaded Attack of the Swarm, and apparently that has several Swarm subtypes that aren't in the basic books.
Yeah.
Or I could take Leviathan and be an even bigger mech. I lose out on 1 hardness, 1 ox slot, but I gain 2 more frame slots.
2 more what slots?
Frame slots.
Oh, okay.
Which would mean I could put more weapons.
Yeah, you could put like a rotary cannon or a
how many slots?
Or a missile battery. because those take up 2
Capacity.
slots each.
Ooh, yeah, I'm looking for the slots 2, upper limb, frame. It's
If you're
acid
going-
the swarm is immune to, right? So don't take an acid dart rifle.
Right.
No. Unless you can somehow figure out how to change the type.
So Rowan,
Mhm.
do you have the assault arms on?
Yes, I have assault
Okay.
arms.
Okay, cool. Sick.
Heavy biped, assault arms. I'm guessing you guys have assault arms, or do you have sturdy, tough arms?
We actually have 48 HP, by the way. I just fucked up the math because I forgot we also picked up reinforced frame. This is so dumb.
Take a grenade
I fucking love
launcher.
this.
Grenade launcher.
Well, so,
Cross.
and looking for information, most everything that's up on YouTube that is mech related is from the test,
Missile pattern.
and I didn't actually find any current games that are mech Starfinders going on.
Dang. We're cornering the market, y'all.
Well, and that could be fun. Or we could find out after a few games why no one's playing mechs.
Yeah.
So that would be my body, which means I have 1 for the legs and 3 more for upper.
Let's see.
Rule monger.
Go any further. So I can't go any further on weapons. So let's go back to
Thunder Gauntlet and a plasma rifle.
power core.
The upper limb slots, that's for both limbs, right? Just 2.
Yeah. Aux systems.
So if I wanted like 2 thunder gauntlets, that would take up both.
Yes. Because, I think...
Okay, now that's making sense.
Yeah, I think all the arms, except for assault arms, only have 2 slots. Assault arms have 3 slots.
Yeah. Oh, that actually means...
So it doesn't matter how many arms or tentacles or whatever you want to say you have. It's just like, that's how many slots you have.
Is there anything I can put in my legs? Oh, lower limb. Hammer fist.
We've got a hammer fist.
Well, so far I have a grenade launcher, a
Nice.
rocket launcher,
Nice.
a plasma rifle,
Nice.
and a thunder gauntlet.
Somebody's slapping it up.
Well, I'm basically a siege tank from
No,
StarCraft.
yeah. No, I love it. It's cool.
Because I'm playing a mix of that and an AWACS, so I want to take things that can help you guys, like system jammers, haste circuits.
Oh, yeah.
A recon... No, it's a recon frame thing.
What can go on a lower limb anyway?
Thunder Gauntlet, or not Thunder Gauntlet. The one you hammer fist seems to be like one of the only things.
Shucks.
Hell
yeah.
Oh, you can also
then
put a buzz blade.
Ooh, nice. So how about this? We don't even need our weapon rack yet. We just have that for later. And we just have all of our weapons equipped right now. We've got a shield, and then if we want to kick somebody, we can kick someone. That's awesome.
Weapon rack.
Also, we can just do like all
Weapon
sorts
rack,
of
we can
stupid
store
shit with
weapons
our frame.
high.
Difference between the Eternal and the Dynamo.
The Eternal has a higher capacity, but the Dynamo ramps up quicker.
I see.
Yeah, it took me a second to figure that one out as well. I've got a tier 4 Dynamo because I'm going to be doing a lot of maneuvers all at once. So it's nice to be like, here's 4 back.
Yeah, I'm doing Dynamo as well, and I can really only go 1 point up on this, so...
Because yeah, if we were playing something like what Rowan's playing, an Eternal would make a lot of sense. Because if you're sitting on the back line doing a bunch of like shit, you know, that's just like I'm firing from a distance. You don't have to like really cram yourself full
rotary
of shit right
cannon.
now. You know, like
Right.
you can
Wow.
wait to unleash barrages and shit.
Shot. So if I take a weapon rack, that means I can also have a rotary cannon and a sonic shotgun. And that would get me up to 30 points, and most Aux systems don't cost points. Although I might drop that and grab superior computer. Mech's onboard computer has a tier equal to half the mech's tier. It gives the alarm countermeasure, and one of the following upgrades are countermeasures. Purchasing this upgrade doesn't increase the cost of subsequent superior computer upgrades. So I might drop the shotgun.
Shotgun. Sorry, it's just a reflex at this point.
Yeah. In fact, I probably will do that.
That's why I'm gonna have a artificial personality.
Nice.
Oh, is
Hell
that a
yeah.
thing you can do? Artificial personalities? Would that mean artificial personality? Does that mean it can control itself?
Doesn't say.
It's something that I'd have to look up in the core thing about computer systems. Yeah, I'll probably take enhanced shield. Yeah, I'll drop the weapon rack because I've got decent enough stuff, I think. I've got like 4 weapons.
Mira, you're still streaming.
Oh yeah,
Add the enhanced
Just
shield.
Oh, saw pizza.
the pizza thing. Also, I'm trying. I mean, if you were watching me streaming, you would see. Oh man,
Oh,
she
no.
out here trying to get business. Like,
I was watching originally, and then I like when you were first building a game, and then I've been playing a game of Magic against
Superior
myself.
computer,
Yeah.
enhanced shield.
Good
forgot
news,
I was
I'm
still
winning.
streaming.
Bad news, I'm losing.
Good, classic.
Core.
Well, at least it isn't a stalemate.
Plasma shock circuit.
True.
I could take the plasma shock circuits because I have a plasma rifle. And like some locomotive core.
Oh, lollipop. You're so beautiful.
See the normal limit of
Alright, so I know what I'm gonna do.
Uh-oh. Tell us.
System
Tell us,
jammer,
Justin. What are you going to do?
I'm hyped.
Oh,
EMP.
first of all, I'll write this in
and
here.
cargo hold.
Double check my math.
I have a real quick thing to ask.
Okay.
For system jammers, will these biomechanical things work for something like system jammer?
System jammer will still affect them.
Okay, because it says overload sensors.
They will still have biomechanical sensors that will be affected by system jams. Yes.
Okay, cool. Because I was like, if I don't take that,
And that's canon.
Cloud plating is pretty cool. And I do have the trample ability with my legs. Entry hatch.
And that will be fun. Ha!
Entry
You've
plus
knocked them
pilot and-
down, forearm team. Now let me trample them to death.
Oh, I also have trample.
Oh, let's.
I
trample
also
them
have
to death
bulldoze.
together.
Our entire thing is essentially if we decide that we want to go and do a bull rush, they're in a lot of trouble.
Well,
Yeah, I took
They're in a lot
the
of trouble.
heavy for the HP. Although I could take no
run the core
against bull rush and trip.
war fist.
So that brings my
0.5 from that.
EAC,
Thunder Gauntlet.
Fort.
I might have another game coming down the pipeline. Very nice.
Yay!
Plasma.
Alright,
I hope
And
it's a
with it-
6-person game.
Same here.
my
Just-
hit points is...
Aid
Oh,
one,
go ahead.
so I have 1 free point.
What are your hit points at, Sean?
Hold on, I'm calculating.
I'm interested.
10
Because yeah, as a tier 3 mech, we got a lot of advancements. We get
Well,
like
yeah, you're tier 3, I've got a tier 1, so I'm
Yeah.
not gonna have as many hit points as you do.
we get like 7. We basically get an extra full fucking health bar worth of like HP every level. Like it's dumb. Like our first 2 levels doubled our starting HP.
I'll just have to remind myself I have 2 points left over
So I got,
for later.
that means 14 plus whatever the base is. Okay, so that's 14 hit points. Yeah. Puts me at 14 HP. Puts me at a KAC of... the base.
Okay, Peeping Tom is done.
Ooh,
Yay.
that's a good mech name.
Here's 14, so...
Aux systems. Cargo hold. EMP cannon.
18,
Oh, except for I forgot to put on him that he's level
20.
3.
Jammer.
KAC is 20. EAC is... Wait a minute.
Plasma shock circuit.
Oh no, that's right. I'm at 19
That's a
hit
weapon
points because I
core.
got the reinforced frame. So I got 19 HP.
Oh, I'll take the weapon core instead.
You sound sick.
Enhanced shield, superior computer.
EAC is gonna be 16,
Yeah, I'll actually do that.
18 on EAC.
I have so many things that give me PP abilities. Haha, PP.
PPP.
Small PP.
No, big PP. These things cost like 4 each.
Oh, I just realized something. So my hand cannon that I got is unwieldy and has freehand 1. I didn't realize that freehand 1 was the modifier to unwieldy, which means that if I had, say, an extra hand free, I wouldn't even have the unwieldy trait and could use it in a full attack. So that makes sense. If I get 2 spare arms somehow, I'd be able to do a full round fusillade with hand cannons, which would be really stupid.
20.
That would be really stupid.
Yeah, I like that I
But-
can
Speed is 80.
attack with the rocket launcher twice and my plasma rifle in one turn.
Yeah,
Nice.
you did see that there was like a max number of actions before like you start getting negatives.
Oh no,
Yes.
that's specifically from my arms. The assault arms has the dual strike ability.
Ah, okay. And after this, I have a whole week to go through it and make, learn everything I need to figure out how to destroy you. I mean, know your limitation.
So let's see, where am I here? Can I get a separate handout for notes about
Yeah.
for
Me as well.
so when that way when I'm messing with this when I level it up I know I'm starting from.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind having a notepad just for my own sake of taking notes.
Same. Smay.
Calm down, everyone. Everyone will get a new one. Mysterious note. Can be.
So this is going
I
to
did
be
take a cargo hold if there's ever things we want to bring with us or take home.
huge mech operators.
That's my advancement.
1 to 2.
That's my advancement.
Shield points are going to be 5, 6.
Huh. So I start with 29 health, I think. Pretty beefy.
No hardness bonus. My hardness here.
Oh crap, it's doing it again. Well, I'll just have to leave that there. Well, I'm mostly done other than just slotting in stats and power core abilities and, well, powers from all my stuff and stellar revelations and such.
Hardness is at 0.
My character was, done, been, is, are, made.
You just need a good name for this thing.
Every mech deserves a good name.
Yeah, that's gonna be it. What was yours, Computer King? Because it was really good.
Peeping Tom.
Yeah, Peeping Tom.
Alright, everyone should have a mysterious note that they can have extra information on.
Awesome.
I do not.
I'm sorry. Let's try again.
How
I
dare
do not
you?
yet either, so
What?
let's see.
What mysterious note?
It's mysterious.
Okay.
That's why you can't see it.
Well, I just made 6 mysterious notes, and apparently no one has them. Scott,
Yep,
do you have a mysterious note?
You have to hit edit and go through and assign them if you haven't already.
Oh. I
Yeah.
thought I had done that.
Can
I
see,
have
can
yours
edit.
listed as can be edited by just a king.
Need to click can see as well because for some
Yeah.
reason
That's
Roll20
why I did.
decides to distinctify those into two separate
Alright.
categories.
So, yes,
Yeah.
that's exactly what is the problem. So,
Been there. Roll20 is a learning curve, and the curve goes straight down into a pit.
Yeah.
oh, and yeah, because I am the weird one that's like, I don't need internet at home, I have way less time with Roll20 than everyone else.
But you're good. That's definitely not me judging you. That's me judging Roll20. Roll20 is very not beginner friendly when you're running a game. There's a lot of shit that it just
Charity,
doesn't
do you
tell
have a mysterious note now?
That's not it.
Who?
Let me
Rowan.
check real quick.
Rowan is also Charity today.
Yep.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
I have it.
Yay, okay, so that one's right.
Yep.
And Mira, what about you? Did your mysterious note show up?
Thank you. I have it now.
You know, I'm just going to
Yay.
steal the name I was going to have our
Mine does too now.
adventure company be for Gunner's game, but they're like, no, we already picked one. And it's just going to be August Travail.
Ooh, nice.
Technically, I don't need a mysterious note because I still have that Mech 5 note that I can use as notes.
Yay, I have a note now.
Yay.
Is it just me, or do most good mech names, they're made of 2 words?
I agree.
Also, Computer
Except-
King, I really like that. You're really getting into character.
Oh,
Yep.
hold on. Let me look. Let me look.
horrible.
Oh, Christ.
Getting into character.
Man's is a brain.
There's a brain.
Rem,
This is
you get a
Brian.
mysterious note anyway.
Just wait till you hear him talk.
Oh, I'm excited.
Do we have a name, like a call sign, like, for our Lance? Like, Striker 1, Striker 2 kind of thing?
Bashing Betty.
There, it showed up.
Deep
One.
forearm.
Think 2.
Well, I meant, like, you know how, like,
Oh, yeah.
a wing of planes will each have their own individual name, but their call sign will be like their squad name and then what number.
Oh yeah. Yeah. No, I don't know. I like the idea though.
Might even depend on just what combat we're in. We might be called, like, if we're like the only group of mechs on the field, everyone would just call us Alpha. And then it would be Alpha 1 through 5, or Alpha Actual through 4.
How about the forewarned?
Forewarn 1, forewarn 2.
Because forewarned is forearmed.
True.
And you have somebody who comes from the future, so double
Yeah.
meaning there. You know what I mean?
Dang. Yeah, honestly.
Although I can't warn you about anything that's going on here because I'm farther back in time than I'm meant to be. Well, than I was meant to be.
No, say it the other way.
Oh.
Than I'm meant to be. Why?
No. Remember your line from the other night, sir?
I don't remember off the top of my head.
I can't tell you that's classified. I'd have to kill you.
Oh yeah.
Try
I
it
can't
again.
tell you.
Sure, booster goal.
I can't tell you. Don't mess with the time one. Classified.
You know, I think our characters, Jesta, are gonna get along just fine, because my character doesn't really give a shit about the future. He just wants to kill the swarm. So he's not gonna have to ask you any complicated questions.
For the swarm.
The Ravi will die.
Hello.
So there's all that.
Let me see how
You leave those
grenade
lovely
launch.
blue people alone.
Oh, that's the Navi.
I know.
Grenades.
No, I've decided to just make up a bunch of Shobadian words to like make my character have that weird like tribal clan mystique. So the Ravi are the
Gotcha.
swarm.
Well, where do you think Dargurt Canna came from? A long time ago, when I was first started playing orc characters, I decided that Dargurt Canna was roughly translated from Orcish as "die like a coward" or "die as a coward," because I was just fleshing out. An orc warrior would have a battle cry. I was like, well, why wouldn't it be something like that?
Oh yeah.
For
me,
Dargurt Canna just sounds like it would be orcish guttural language to me.
Oh yeah. No, for me, it started with this idea of like, well, if they're kind of like disconnected from everyone else and their whole culture is about killing these guys, their word for the swarm probably means a lot more than just the swarm literally.
Right.
Like, so the way I figure it is the Ravi is essentially like the ancient enemy, the like unending mass that, the like, this word means a whole tapestry of things, So yeah, I've just decided that like, I've made a word for doom, kill, fight, a lot of warlike words, because, the culture is entirely based around killing big hive mind bugs.
And then what's the Thunder Gauntlet?
Alright. Point advancement.
I think I'm going to drop the grenade launcher and either replace it with a sonic shotgun or a rotary cannon. Just because I would have to be spending a lot of money out of combat every time to purchase grenades for the grenade launcher.
Fair. Also, who did we just lose? Oh, Daniel.
No. Thanks for being with us, Daniel.
Hey, Daniel, we love you.
Speak
do.
for yourself. Kidding.
Fair. No, tell him how you really feel, Rowan.
Will we like him?
That's fair.
I like that this was part of really like.
Boys?
Yeah, right?
Ooh woo.
Ooh woo.
That translates to. No, I'm not gonna say.
now all I think we need is like images for our mechs, pretty much, which I think we can put in it as a whatchamacallit.
As a PNG or a JPEG.
Well, yeah, in the actual like sheet
on the note. Yeah.
I'm just gonna have to go through and reorganize this so it makes a bit more sense to my dummy brain.
Okay, well, I just literally copied everything straight down from the sheet, so.
Oh no, I know.
And I did look into it, but I wasn't willing to pay $30 to have the copy that they had for sale.
That's fair. That is very fair. 15 plus 4 is 19. Advancement is 9. Plus 1 is 10. So yeah, I have 29 HP as a first level mech. It's pretty good.
Nice.
You got more than me.
Well, I'm also supposed to be this big honking thing.
So, how many people can you transport in your transport?
Well, I could have four people in, like, if they were just sitting in unused operating chairs, but I have a cargo hold. Body houses a small garage capable of storing a single creature, vehicle, or other object no larger than 2 size categories smaller than the mech, which is gargantuan. An operator can move from a stored vehicle to the mech's cockpit as a move action and vice versa. So gargantuan goes to... what would that be? Large? Huge?
One below gargantuan, you said?
2 below.
That would be giant into... or that'd be giant into huge, I think, right?
Yeah. So, turning that into medium-sized creatures
Did you take the catapult thing?
would be like 3? Like 3 soldiers plus the 4 unused operator slots. So I could carry a squad of soldiers with us into battle if I wanted.
Okay, that's good to know.
Or just use it to store extra ammunition, like bring extra ammunition for one of the other mechs, or if we find something on... See, my thought is there's something on the field, like we're either sent to retrieve something, or there's something we want, and I can just pick it up and put it in my mech.
Yeah, pick it up, open the hatch, drop it in.
Or rescue civilians.
That's true. And we can stuff way more civilians into a cargo hold than, should be there.
True. They're just going to have to be nice and crowded.
Standing room only, people. You're going to get to know each other real well.
Yeah, you can either be neck deep with all these other people or die. Come on.
Alright, you can either get to smell your neighbor's ass or you can be out here getting eaten by a bug. Your choice.
I guess I'm going to smell my neighbor's butt. Yeah.
Ooh. Correct choice.
Ah.
Now, Charity is like... with how dark this sounds like it's going to get, Charity is going to be a very meek character just to help everything be a little bit lighter.
Well, war's definitely considered dark at most times.
That and it's against...
My character... Oh, go ahead.
I was just going to say, that and it's against legally distinct Tyranids, so...
My character is going to fit it great into this universe. He's finally found purpose in his life. Instead of trying to hunt down tiny little pockets of the swarm that are left on ships and tiny little subplanets and stuff, he's got a whole big target now. He's hype.
And I thought it was legally distinct Zerg.
Same thing.
Yeah, the Zerg... I mean, the whole reason that StarCraft and Warcraft even exist is Games Workshop pulled out of license agreements. So the Zerg were supposed to be Tyranids.
And then also, they're all based off of the bugs from Starship Troopers.
Yes.
Zergling's a little bit like the base one. Honestly, I think the Zerg are a nice mix between the bugs and the swarm, or not the swarm, the Tyranids. They're not quite as silly as the Tyranids are.
What I'm talking about is their like thematic bones,
Oh,
because the writing of the Tyranids were specifically based off of the structure that was in the original novel. Fun fact.
Yeah, I have not read the novel because
It's awful.
I do not like
It's
reading fascist propaganda.
it's hilariously bad. Like, it's good as a sci-fi book until it starts talking about politics, and then like literally the second chapter is essentially, here's how a meritocracy based on military rank would work and why it should happen in the real world. And then you go like,
Yikes.
wait a minute, that's not right. And then it's like, there's a distinction between a citizen and a civilian, and you're like, I'm sorry, what's the distinction? They're like, citizens get to vote, civilians get to die. And it's like, excuse me? Like,
I'm doing my part.
yeah, right. Fucking Christ, Starship Troopers.
I love the classroom scene where freaking Ironsides is saying that violence has solved every war in history.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, that's the thing, is when you say it like that, he's technically not wrong, because all wars require violence to be solved.
Yep.
Well, to become even qualified as a war.
I just thought that's just hilarious, that entire movie.
And honestly, one of the things I was listening to on YouTube today was with Pizio guys, and they were like, yeah, Starship Troopers is definitely in there for the swarm. And I'm like, well, of course, giant bugs that kill everything.
Yeah, I mean, and the thing I love about the movie is Paul Verhoeven just like immediately went, no, fuck this. This book and this script is inherently fascist. I'm gonna make some tweaks so it's really fascist and really making fun of how fascist it is. It's like, hell yeah. Let's go.
And it's yet another movie where you can, what is his name, Clancy?
Yep, Clancy Brown.
Yeah, where if you watch it now, you can just pretend that he's doing the Mr. Krabs voice instead, and it makes everything hilarious.
Oh yeah, Clancy Brown did one of the voices in Detroit Become Human, and he sounds very Mr. Krabs in it, and it cracks me the fuck up.
Listen here, you cocksucker.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Well, yeah, exactly. He'll just be like, I don't think that you're a person, and you're like, motherfucker, is Mr. Krabs being a fucking
Or
bigot?
fucking Mr. Krabs going, you dumb son of a bitch.
Yeah, right.
I mean, Mr. Krabs was in the Navy.
That's true. Mr. Krabs swears, but only in dolphin noises.
That actually isn't a dolphin noise, by the way.
No.
It's a
But
sped up.
da-da-da-da-da.
It's a sped up kookaburra.
Really?
Yep.
I've been lied to my whole fucking life. What do dolphins? Oh wait, I know what dolphins sound like. Yeah, they sound like fucking. Yeah.
Children. Children making
They
weird
do.
noises.
Dolphin.
There's another horror game that I need to get, guys.
Oh no, is it Lost in Vivo, where you go through Silent Hill for your dog?
Yeah, but I mean, that's not the one that I'm talking about right now. By the way, if anyone wants to buy me Lost in Vivo, I'll love you forever. No, it's the Mortuary Assistant. It looks really, really, really good.
It's buggy as fuck, but I can forgive that a little bit for it being a one-man developer thing. It just does the one thing that's a pet peeve for me in horror games, where it's like, this is based off of real life.
Yeah, but like also consider the original connotation of that, which was the film Texas Chainsaw Massacre,
Yeah.
which was specifically done and said based off of real life because A, it was kind of based on Ed Gein, but B, it was made specifically to parody suburbanite fears of like all sorts of just like
Yeah.
you know like the classic news frenzy terror shit.
Yeah,
You
it's
know,
just
that's
there's
only gotten worse.
there's a lot, not a line. There's a when the opening like screen comes up that you can't skip every time you do a run. It's like this is based off of real stuff about demons and possessions, and also this game has been known to cause people to become depossessed.
See, I think that level of meta-narrative fiction, for me, I find a little bit charming and endearing. The only time I've seen that I didn't like it was it's not the Annabelle's franchise, but Annabelle is a part of it.
The Conjuring?
Yeah, the Conjuring franchise. That's the only time I've like disliked it, but that's because it tries to paint two charlatans as like both good guys and as people who are legitimately haunted by their decisions, as opposed to
Yeah.
actually two people who just controversial opinion. Those folks take advantage of grieving people in the most disgusting of ways. It's
Yeah.
pretty dumb.
I think it might just strike me different since I've done the naughty and read demonology books, and I'm like, this isn't how this works.
If you own any demonology books, can I borrow them? Because what I really want is I want to read
the Ars Goetia?
Yeah, but
or
also
the Book
I
of
want to.
Solomon?
No, neither of those. I mean, yes, those, but fuck, what was his name?
Is it the
God damn it, A-Town LaVey. I want to read
Uh.
his main book that he did because that's like a great repository of here's all of the ancient magics books, like
Yeah.
all in one list. Which from there I could just fucking PDF all of them.
See,
I really want an occult library, guys.
Mine's the Ars Goetia and the Book of Solomon, which is where I get all the names for anyone in Kairos.
So you own physical copies of those?
No, but I have read them enough times where I remember the names of a lot of the, like, principalities of hell.
Damn, well,
the
one
Giga
of these days...
Principalities of hell.
Hey, did I send you that... Speaking of which, did I send you that one video of demonology?
I think maybe. I'd have to
let me look in our messages, because you should watch that. I think that's really good. In fact, I'll plug this like literally on this channel. I will plug this. It's pretty fucking cool. There is a book of I didn't send it to you. There is a reading of demonology by Antoon Shea Films. It's like a hour. It's like an hour and 40 minutes of the dialogue that was written for demonology, and it is a phenomenal way to like learn the culture because it's in the original Scots and everything. It's really good. Would recommend to everyone in the audience who has any interest in the occult. Anyway, how's Mech's going, everybody?
I'm pretty much done. I'm just looking at Stellar Revelations.
I'm just bottling up my stuff now.
Wait, say that again, Brian. I'm old.
I'm just tabulating up all my stuff now.
Okay. Well, if everyone is at a comfortable point with this, I have all your characters now to work with and all your mechs to work with. So that's actually everything I need for this week. And if we have other stuff we want to do, we can do that after we do some outros.
Beautiful.
Sound good? Everyone? Yep. Scott? All right, let's start with the Computer King because he got here last.
I'm the Computer King, gentleman supervillain, and late to the party, but always prepared.
Shouldn't you be gentleman super brain?
Yes, that too. I'm the world's greatest criminal mind. Don't make me sing. And this is my gig on Mondays now. Now I'm in the Shard of the Shrikeverse, and it's Shard with a D, folks. Don't mispronounce it.
Some of our people on this channel had browner thoughts about the name.
Yeah.
Yo, I fucking love the Shardverse.
And so on Thursdays, I'm in New Amsterdam, and sooner or later, my character and Conor McGregor, no relation, are going to go fight some Travoltas on the side of some Nick Cages, which is fucking brilliant. And every other Friday, not this one, but the one after, is the Immortal War, where I'm playing a sneaky Lily Clan member who is about to use a couple of Butterfly clans for muscle in shakedown slash interrogation job that they don't even know about, uh, which is really cool. And also, this coming Saturday, I turned 51. And that's it for me.
Hooray!
Happy early birthday.
Where did that open?
At Walmart, I'd still have to ID you.
Wild.
So who's next?
Ooh, I think the Jester King should go next. We'll get the kings out of the way first.
All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I am the Just King Zerat, and I'm sorry I've been a bit more quiet than normal. I have been calculating, doing math, plotting, and scheming, because I'm making a mech that teleports around, so that takes a little bit of design attention.
Mm.
The Yeah, you can catch me here on Monday nights for the Shardverse 1385. And I look forward to this. You can also catch me every other Sunday on Gloomfall, where I play Jodin, who is um, a drow with draconic background, who with a draconic heritage, who's looking to make a lot of business moves very soon. Has already started to lay the groundwork. He just needs some more money to get rolling, and another level or two. Uh, but I'm looking forward to that one. Outside of that, I did recently actually stream on my other channel, but it may be a while before I do that again because I got to figure the streaming situation out. The little laptop I was using for it, they're not supporting the Windows that's on it anymore, so I don't know if it's even going to allow me to get onto the internet with that computer at all. So I have to figure something else out. Outside of that, I think that's all I've got for right now. So I'm going to kick this one on down the line.
So, Gothboy?
Hi. Scott. Like, Gothboy. Pick a name, I'll go by it. So, we made a mech. I had input. I didn't make it myself, but I had input. So
You
this
did.
will be cool. I was reading a lot on how the whole mech combat thing works and what to do afterwards, so I did research.
Hell
What else, man? Okay, so Monday, Tuesday. I don't know when that starts. I think it's not tomorrow, but a week from tomorrow. Correct?
Yes.
We got the little GURPS thing, which will
Oh, that's coming.
fine. And then Thursday, I'm in New Amsterdam. I'm fine. I'm still fine. I'm doing perfectly
Yeah.
well.
Nothing bad happened last session at all. Nothing at all.
No,
Oof.
perfectly fine. Perfectly
Jesus
fine.
Christ.
I was safe the whole time.
God.
And then I don't know if on the Saturdays I'm in that thingy. After the bomb thing, and my brain just froze. And then Sunday I'm in that one, Gloomfall, where now I'm gonna make people feel better and they won't die so easily. Hopefully I can stay away from oozes. Yeah, and that's everything.
Go ahead, Brian, whenever you're ready.
Yes, I'm Brian. I am going to be in this lovely new setup. We'll see how this goes. See how long it lasts. You can also find me on Thursdays in New Amsterdam, on the occasional Fridays in the Immortal War. I think I got that one right.
Yes, the Immortal War, yes.
Yes, I did. Cool. Every other Saturday, I'm the one that's running after the bomb. And every other Thursday, I'm the one that runs Gloomfall. And starting next Tuesday, I will be running a GURPS adventure, a world of exploration. So, yeah, come on out and see those.
All right, so Clonon, would you like to go next?
Oh yes, I forgot. That's me. Uh, listen, I'm not
Oh,
used to the goy using Yiddish. Okay.
mm.
Hi ho, friendolos. My name is Rowan, otherwise known as Nightheart. Got me here today, getting ready to play Charity Essel and his brother Temperance Essel, who will be the pilots of the August Travail, a big fuck off siege tank mech that is also going to basically be there to be everyone's purse. Mom, I need your Kleenexes, kind of deal. You can also find me here Wednesdays, where I am in Over the Horizon, where I play Snell Dateluff, the Yuan T, who is just like, okay, guys, we're going to respect the dungeon and do this, and then the gnome runs ahead and starts opening doors and running past them. And
Sounds
then
smart.
we almost all die to fucking spider swarms because, man, some games are just cursed. And then Thursday, you can find me in my next reason for therapy, also known as New Amsterdam, where, boy, I think you were just like, hey, if characters have to have therapy, players have to have therapy too. But hey, I'm gonna get to be in I'm in a mech in so many fucking games. I love it. I'm gonna get to kill Nazis in a mech. It's gonna be great. I'm gonna relish that.
Power
Just
armor.
Close enough.
Eh.
You can also find me every other Friday, not this Friday, but next Friday, where I run the Immortal War, where everybody is now in the Imperial capital, and it's almost time for the Summer Festival. Nothing bad could happen, and no one's going to get up into any shenanigans or get involved in politics. Not at all. And Brian's character is not going to have to talk to the potential BBEG, who's an immortal demigod thing that no one really understands, who's like, hey, so about that time when I made you commit genocide? It'll be fun. And that's it for me.
That saves the best for last. Mira, dear, would you like to go?
Hello, everybody. Hi, everybody. My name is Mira, also known as Mira Shades Gaming. Today, you caught me working on my show bad, getting down with my show bad self. I know, named Clen Asarabi. Where yeah, it's gonna be fun. A character based entirely around I am going to kill the swarm and no one will stop me. So that's fun. With a weird secret surprise that's gonna unlock at level 6, so stay tuned. Let's see. Next, you can also catch me on Thursday, where I run New Amsterdam, where I am perfectly polite to my players and never do anything bad to them. It's puppies and kittens and fun and happiness, and nothing bad ever happens. I promise.
Sure about that?
All this talk about killing Nazis and losing NPCs and
Bury
you
your
know,
cat
extreme
boys.
violence, burying our cat boys. None of that's actually happening. I don't know what you guys are talking about. But you can also catch me every other Friday for the Immortal War, where I play Hiroki, who is just an absolute goofball with a real bad secret. And one of the party members is really getting on his nerves. So we'll deal with that one of these days very soon. You can catch me on Saturdays and Sundays, every other, alternating, switching from each other. For both After the Bomb, where I play Adam McCarthy, much to the chagrin of his last name, and I play Madame Yinbrath, the absolute batshit crazy leader of whatever this fucking band of people. We came up with a name, and then I forgot what the name is, actually, off the top of my head. I think it was something like Order of the Ebon Blade or some shit like that. I'll have to, when we're all
Yeah,
together.
something like that.
Yeah, we'll have to refigure that one out. I think I wrote it down in a note, but I don't know. I'm gonna start a cult. But no. Other than that, if you have enjoyed watching me play, or you enjoy any games that I consider having me run your game. That's right, me. Yes, me. Send me an email at mirrorshadesgm@gmail.com. Call me at 620-218-9949 because I'm lonely, or message me on Instagram at mirrorshades_gaming, where I can set you up for a game, $20 a head, And I know plenty of you guys out there have heads on you, so come on, give me a call, give me an email, and I'd be more than happy to get a game going. But yeah, that's gonna be me.
All right, now, so since we didn't play this week, no one gets experience, but everyone gets 1,000 credits.
Money.
Oh, does that mean that I
Yay.
can actually? Oh hell yeah, I can do some
Yay!
Is that-
rejiggering.
I
is
might
that on
actually
top
buy
of
a firearm.
Is that on top of the money
Well,
we get
all
for
right, so,
generating a second level
yeah.
character?
When you generated your second level character, you got max money at creation, and then you get 1,000
Okay.
credits on top of that.
So we got 3K now. Hell fucking
Whoa! Second level character?
yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, computer. You made a backstory for your character, right? Well,
Yeah.
technically, Lollipop has a backstory anyway, since Lollipop was the first character that was created.
Yeah.
But yeah, come up with your backstory so I have a little bit to work with as far as your background goes, and then raise yourself to second because everybody else is literally second.
Okay.
And
That's fine.
on top of that,
If you
you're
go
getting,
far enough up in Shardverse, it actually says that. So
which means that you're getting 2,000 XP or 2,000 credits tonight.
Mhm.
Oh,
Ooh.
side note, question for you: we are starting at 1,300 XP, correct? Just baseline of 2.
Hang on.
Because
I believe
1,300 is
that's
how you get
correct.
to 2.
26. Let's make it 1,301 because I like odd numbers.
All right, works for me.
Yeah.
Every XP counts.
Yes. All right, so everybody got their money. So thank you everyone for coming and listening to session 0 for Shard, SHARD verse 1385. It will be the first installment of the Shardverse Chronicles, and I'm here to let the Jester rain chaos upon me for the penance of me being Zai. But I'm down with that. And I expect him to do great things to make me angry, and it'll be beautiful. Past that, everyone here, I love you all for coming. Thank you for being players in my game. I hope I do a good job as GM. And then on to specials. My friend Amy Gedden and my friend Purple Codex, who are not here tonight because they have other things in life to do. They have TeePublic. You can find them there. Amy Gedden has a kick-ass graphics company called Hype Graphics. And you can find that at hypegraphics.co, C-O, no M, because M's are expensive. Tonight's episode was brought to you by Boards, Booze, and Bitches. It's food worth dying over, and it will be in every Shardverse, because it's multi-dimensional. So, with that said, I'm David the Gnome, and we'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.